Hi guys, I'm the Lag Dr. Clay Ballard, and this week's winner is Brendon Todd. Now Brendon has a very good follow through, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. So if you've been struggling getting to a good full finish, feeling like your weight gets to your left side, feeling like all your momentum is going toward the target, well then this is a great video for you. We're going to go over 3 keys that are really going to help you to get that good full follow through and start playing better golf. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so first let's go over a general overview of Brendon's swing. We'll notice that he has somewhat of a flatter swing, very similar to what you'd see with Matt Kuchar. And the best way to measure this is to look at the left arm at the top of the swing. Now we'll see here if I go from the left shoulder socket up to the butt end of the club and draw a line. And then I go from the left shoulder socket again and draw a line to the right shoulder socket. You'll see that these two lines are very, very similar. That would be more of a one plane type swing where the left arm and the shoulders are matching at the top of the swing. Now this is an effective way to swing the club. The only disadvantage is you lose a little bit of distance doing this. Brendon's a tall guy, 6'3", so is Matt Kuchar, so they're still able to generate some good club head speed by doing this. Now it may not be the swing for everyone, and that's not quite what we would recommend with a rotary swing. We'd like to see you get your arms a little bit higher so you could take advantage of a little bit more leverage and a little bit more gravity accelerating the golf club. But it is an effective way to swing the club head if you have plenty of speed and plenty of power in your swing. Now let's go ahead and take a look at his follow through here, and we'll notice that as he comes through, I mean, he is a very flexible guy. Brendon is really getting his shoulders pointing toward the target, almost completely perpendicular to the target in the follow through. Not everyone will be able to do this, but we will all be able to complete this follow through and get everything moving toward the target. Let's take a look from face on and we'll go over how to do this. Alright, so from face on we'll notice a lot of good things in this swing. Nice wide arms as we promote with the rotary swing, good full shoulder turn as he gets to the top. And now as he shifts to the downswing, we're going to notice some really good things happening as he's releasing this club and coming through to his follow through. So one thing that we talk about a lot on the site is that as we're coming through impact, from here in the point where we're loading the club, we'll see the right forearm and the club are creating a pretty sharp angle. He has very, very good lag at this point. And at this point, this is when the hips and the shoulders are going to begin to decelerate to allow him to release this lag and fully release the club. So now the hips and shoulders are decelerating and the club is fully released just after impact. So again, if we mark the right forearm in the club, we'll see that he's gotten rid of all this angle and completely released the golf club to maximize that speed at impact. We'll also notice that at impact he's in a great position here. So if we look at the left side of the body, it's in a completely stacked position, meaning that the left ankle, left hip socket, and left shoulder socket are all stacked on top of each other. We'll also notice that his shoulders are nice and level. This is something that I see people oftentimes overdo, where they drop the right shoulder down a little too much and get too much tilt. His shoulders are pretty level here. We can see that there definitely is some tilt, as there should be at impact, but we're not overdoing this. So he's in a pretty much a textbook impact position here, and it's gonna allow him to really compress that golf ball nice and consistently as he's releasing the club. Now the one part that I've seen people going a little bit off track on is once they try to decelerate the body here a little bit, instead of relaxing the body after impact and fully letting that club go, they tense up the body and try to over decelerate the body, and they keep the hips and shoulders very, very still as they try to release the club, and then the body stops from moving forward and these arms fold up. What we'll notice in this swing is that he gets relaxed as he lets go of this release, and as he's coming on through, let's go ahead and stop the hands as they're parallel with the chest. Now we'll notice the chest is facing the target, that belt buckle's facing the target, so he's allowing momentum to pull him on around, and the momentum of the club head and the release to pull his body on around. And as he comes all the way on through, we'll also notice that all the weight is up off this right foot. So let's go ahead and talk about a couple of key checkpoints that I want you to focus on as you're doing this. So first off, at impact, as we mentioned, we're going to be in a nice stacked position, and the head and the top of the sternum would be behind the golf ball. So let me draw a line, vertical line down, so we can see we're behind the golf ball at impact. Now after impact, what I'd like for you to do is to imagine a vertical line just outside your left foot, and now everything is going to move forward after impact. So that's the real key, is after impact, now we're going to let everything move forward. And you can see here the chest, the head, all that is moving over and outside the left foot. And now everything is following the golf ball down toward the target. That's what I want you to feel. The second thing I want you to key in on, these are all three just different feels to help you get the correct feeling of what it should be to release the golf club and to make a correct follow through. The second thing I want you to focus on is the belt buckle. Now at impact, our belt buckle is going to be about 45 degrees open to the ball. And as he comes on through, he's getting in a great position. So as his hands are about chest high, the belt buckle is already facing the target. And that's what I want you to focus on there, is that making sure as you finish the swing, that belt buckle is facing directly to the target. So those two things are going to work together. The belt buckle facing the target, the upper body moving forward after impact. And then the last thing I want you to focus in on is making sure that there's absolutely no weight at all on your right foot. So we can see just barely the right toes touching the ground. If you were standing behind him, you'd be able to see all the spikes on the bottom of his foot. And since he has his weight shifted up to the left side and posted up on the left side as he's coming through, there's no weight on this right toe at all. So you see there's no crease at all in the seam on his toe. For those of you that are keeping a little weight on your back foot, you might see a little crease right here where you still have some weight on your right foot. So practice that. We're going to work on releasing the club properly, letting that go. The hips, shoulders, and arms will absolutely decelerate through impact, but after impact, everything's loosening up, and we're going to allow everything to turn right on through. So focus on these three key points. You're going to be making a bigger, better follow through and start playing better golf. I hope you guys have the best golfing season of your life, and I really hope to see you guys much more on the site and work with you much more. And good luck with your follow through. Okay, so for those of you who join us on YouTube, if you enjoyed this video, click the like button, post your comments, +1 this video on Google. That always really helps us out and helps us to grow this channel and grow the Rotary Swing and help other people with their golf swings. And as a bonus for you guys, I'm going to attach a video on the follow through. If you want to watch that full video, click the link in the screen that pops up. Click the link in the description below. Both of those will take you to a place where you can sign up for your free Rotary Swing membership and watch that entire video for free. Plus you get all kinds of good bonus instruction. And I really wish you guys the best of luck this year. If you need anything, just post your comments below and I'll be glad to help you out. We'll see you soon.
The last piece of the golf swing that we need to look at is what we call move 4. And move 4 is really just a continuation of the golf swing. It's more reactionary to everything else that's already happened. But there are some very critical checkpoints for you to look at and understand what you're trying to do in your golf swing that's going to help you create better shots, get into a better impact position, and so on. So the most important thing is making sure that you're pivoting on that left hip. A lot of golfers end up with back injuries, lower back injuries, hip injuries, and knee injuries, all because of one simple thing, and that is that as they come down into impact, which is part of move 3 that we talked about, that left hip is not in neutral joint alignment. In other words, it's either slid way outside of neutral, and by neutral we mean the center of the hip over the center of the ankle. So they've either pushed off the right foot and slid, or they've not shifted enough during the back downswing to get back into neutral, so they're a little